They waited for Andrew's signal, and on the morning of April 12, 1862, opportunity rolled into the station at Big Shanty. In early April 1862, Andrews and his men slipped out of Union-held territory in small groups to avoid suspicion. Disguised as Southern civilians, farmers, merchants, travelers, they drifted into Georgia, blending with the steady flow of people on the roads. By April 11th, most had gathered in Marietta, a bustling little town on the Western and Atlantic line. They stayed at separate inns, never meeting as a whole group to avoid drawing attention. There was a tense undercurrent. Each man knew that if caught, they wouldn't be treated as prisoners of war. As spies and saboteurs, they faced execution. But in the shadow of this danger, there was also excitement. If they succeeded, they could shorten the war in the West by months. On the misty morning of April 12th, the raiders boarded a northbound train in Marietta. At the front was a sturdy, wood-burning locomotive called the General. A few stops later, in the small town of Big Shanty, now Kennesaw, the train halted so passengers and crew could take breakfast at the Lacey Hotel. There was no telegraph office nearby, making it the perfect spot to act. As the crew and passengers stepped off the train, Andrews quietly gave the signal. The raiders uncoupled the passenger cars, leapt into the cab, and under engineer William Knight's hand, the General hissed to life. With a sharp blast of the whistle, they pulled away, leaving startled townsfolk and a few Confederate soldiers gaping in disbelief. In an instant, the Great Locomotive Chase had begun.